So I've been playing Arknights since global launch near to the start of 2020 before the dumpster fire that is the rest of that year. Now I've played enough gacha games to know not to just throw my wallet at every problem, but there is just some stuff specific to this game that would have helped quite a bit had I known about it sooner. So I've compiled a small list of basic tips ranging from just starting out status to neat thing I've been doing but have no idea it's an actual thing, that sort of almost beginner level tip, but hey, I hope you find them helpful. Alright, let's start incredibly simple. Don't pour all your resources into a single operator early on. This isn't the type of game where building a really good carry unit is the be-all end-all of clearing content. You have 11 other slots to fiddle around with, even if it's just 3 or 4 other operators you pour resources into. It does help quite a bit, and of course there's no one stopping you from giving a few extra levels to your favorite operators. I remember only putting resources into Angelina and Platinum because they were my first couple of higher rarity operators, and I struggled through the early game because the rest of my squad was hot dog water, essentially cannon fodder. Which leads to the next tip. 6-star operators are powerful and all, but other lower rarity operators are just as essential. Maybe not too heavy of a point for late game accounts cause you can build whatever you want at that point, but earlier on they really do help you out. 3 and 4 stars especially, many of them fill out the roles you need, but with less investment required to raise them, that first core squad comes quicker for content clearing, and as time goes on, you can slowly replace a few with your most desired 6 stars, you know, when you get more of them. The replaced operators aren't completely left in the gutter either because they are useful in other gameplay functions, such as the integrated strategies or stationary security service game modes. Here are also a few rough suggestions for low rarity operators you can build if you have no idea otherwise. Cruz, your quintessential I need an easy sniper. Melantha, high base attack unit that sometimes duels. Myrtle, DP generating monster, broke the meta a long time ago. Cora, durable turtle. Cutter, bursty damage. Gumi, consistent healing and a defender into one package. And of course there's more, but we gotta move on to the next tip. 740. The hell does that mean? Well, it has to do with the recruitment function and the maximum time required to guarantee at least a 3-star operator. Minimum, not maximum, sorry about that. Why would you do it compared to the full 9 hours? LMD, you're saving exactly 112 LMD per recruitment, which is not the largest amount when you may have a couple of million just laying around. But when starting out, you don't have as much, so it does eventually add up. But if you're lazy like me and default to the 9-hour recruitment time, you have the benefit of your 6-digit tags having a slightly lower chance of slipping off. Nice for when you have tags selected that guarantee a 4-star. Wait a second, guaranteed 4-star, yes indeed. With a certain combination of tags you can ensure that you'll recruit yourself a 4-star operator, or even 5 stars if you're lucky enough given that the tags don't remove themselves prior. I remember skipping more nuker tags than I am willing to admit back when it gave you a guaranteed Firewatch. But the tag combinations that guarantee higher rarities may change as operators get added to the recruitment pool, so it's beneficial to keep yourself updated. There are a few recruitment simulators out there to help you out. I'll leave a couple of them in the description if you want to figure out all the relevant details yourself. But with all the cool recruitments and gacha pulls you've been doing, you probably need a place to spend your green and yellow things you keep getting. That place looks like a good spot for it. Store. That sounds correct. The green and yellow certificate shop. For the green certs, you'll get a ton of these things, but what is actually worth getting? First off, everything on the first tab. Once you've bought everything there, the second page opens up. The 3 and 4-star selectors are worth it only if you need a specific operator that you still don't have. If you need more pulls, get the tickets. As for the recruitment pulls, if you're really willing to gamble for tags, it's there for you. But on average, you will get less green certs, but you're probably trying for more yellow certs or higher rarity operators anyways. For the materials, it's honestly your choice. Personally, I only buy if I'm starting to run low of that thing, but I've seen lots of people buy everything they can before the monthly reset, which is fine also. The only important things to really mention regarding the yellow cert shop are these things. There's the rotating operators dependent on who is on the non-event banners. If there's a 5 or 6-star operator you're looking out for, do plan ahead on your yellow certificate supply. You can also purchase more pulls here, but wait until you can afford all the tiers because it's more certificate efficient. And we gacha gamers do like our efficiency. Now you're probably wondering how many that actually is. 258. 258 for the standard permits. And I won't mention the cheaper kernel headhunting permits because you're probably better off using the blue certificate shop for that instead. You know, you want to save on your sweet yellow stuff? It's nice, you can snort it, it's all great. Splitboxing, the final tip for this video. Here are 2 operators and their respective attack ranges, and here is an enemy. What if I told you that this enemy can be hit by both operators despite not having overlapping ranges? That is where split boxing comes in. There was a way to technically have the enemy to appear on two different tiles at the same time. Put simply, if you let the enemy walk onto the next tile over, then place a blocker before they pass the halfway point of that tile, and they will sort of be pushed back to the previous tile but still be on the tile they are currently on. So in this state, both attackers here can hit their target. Here's another example. By split boxing here, the enemy is taking damage on the fire tile, but the operator blocking them is completely safe from the flames. And that's really all there is to it. It's not just those situations that split boxing works with, anything that has to do with keeping enemies on two tiles simultaneously, you can experiment with it. Alright, that's all for this video, hopefully those will help you somehow. If you have any suggestions for stuff I can talk about, just put them in the comments, and it'll be all cool. Have a very nice rest of your day.